Welcome to the vault. Breathe it in.
Yeah, thanks for having me over, dude. Oh, God, what is that smell? It's so thick and musty.
Well, you can't call it a vault if it doesn't smell like a vault.
Alright, yeah, fair point, but it doesn't have to be so wet and cold down here.
Have you ever been in a dry vault?
Can't say that I've ever been in a vault.
Well, exactly. I'll light some torches.
Oh, you really have flaming torches. What year is it?
All right, let's go.
I'm impressed. This thing's so authentic. Stone bricks and flaming torches. I think I saw a few skulls back there, man. Shit! You even got rats! What's next? Don't tell me you got a couple zombies down here as well.
Great, we've arrived. Beautiful, isn't it?
Okay, so we're just going to ignore that?
Paul, now that we're here, why don't you peruse my collection? I'm sure you'll find something you like.
This looks good. The town that jetted, yeah, okay. Yeah. This is a weird one. Make yourself at home, for you are now my prisoner. That's a mouthful, man. Is this one of those Italian giallos you told me about? Dude, where are you? Where are you? Chris, this isn't funny, man.
Oh, but that's where you're wrong.
Why'd you just turn all Vincent Price on me all of a sudden? Don't you dare leave me in here. What? Who's there? Get me out of here. Dude!
Boo! Welcome. This is Into the Minds of Madness. I'm your maitre d' for this evening, Paul McWhirter. Joining me as always is your horror buff, Mr. Chris Dicker. How are you, sir?
Very well, Paul. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Excited.
Very excited.
Finally, we're kicking off our podcast.
Yes, we've talked about it for way too long.
Far too long. Far too long. Why are we doing this?
Well, I guess we're here to share our love, my love of horror, and introduce you to horror.
I have been a fan of some horror. Some horror movies specifically, but not horror as a whole.
Right. Yeah, as most people are. They've seen Scream. They've seen The Conjuring most probably.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
So I guess
their toe in it.
I guess when you talk about certain certain eras of horror, it's either Scream or The Conjuring or Saw.
Yes, it's
So
the big one.
that's like the in the last Conjuring was what 3 years ago, 4 years ago.
Yeah, the sequel came out like last year. So
Yeah, there you go. But and then Saw 10 years ago, Scream 20 years ago. That's kind of
There's
how
always
the
that.
eras go.
There's always
Exorcist
that-
way back when.
Yeah, there's always that big studio one that gets everyone involved.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good that they're there, but we're going to delve into a bit less of the a less treaded path, if you will.
Okay, I like the sound of that. I do like the sound of that. And I think this is probably the best way for anybody to get into horror. As a genre. And it is a genre's genre. That doesn't make any sense. There are a lot of subgenres to horror.
So many subgenres, and it's a daunting thing. And
It is.
sometimes you look at a cover and you go, no, but if you hear someone else talk about it, it makes it a bit easier, I guess.
That is true. I mean, I guess that's why we started this as well, because you're one of my best mates. We work together.
We do.
We work together. So we have a lot of downtime.
Quite a bit.
When one of somebody's obsessions is horror, as weird as I feel about horror, it's hard not to want to like it again and be interested.
Yeah, it's like, well, you've recently turned me into a Star Wars fan.
There we go. So that's I guess that's how we've
Yeah.
where our symbiotic relationship
We
comes
kind
from
of
when it
forced
comes
our
to pop
loves
culture.
onto each other, berated it, and
Yeah.
eventually we liked it.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's always fun to recommend something that I know is going to make you squirm.
That's
That's
true.
always fun.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's always fun in general to do that to people. I've had many a friend over and shown them something they really didn't want to see.
Yeah, and
Joy.
it's not like confronting in any kind of offensive way. It's just
No.
like, no, that one was not up my alley.
No.
That one was nowhere near my alley.
No, I didn't need to
that was
see that.
blocks away from my alley.
I didn't need to see an impaled Filipino girl.
Oh,
Did not need to see that.
Oh, okay. Let's not delve into that just
Okay.
yet. I know That's weird. How I know exactly
And
which
you haven't
movie you're
seen that
talking
movie
about
yet.
too. And I don't think we will go into that movie
I really
ever
don't want
on
it.
this podcast.
That is a movie that gets way too much coverage, and it is disgusting.
That is one movie that has honestly terrified me just as you've told me the synopsis. We've just gone, no.
Mm.
And then suddenly, we work behind a bar.
Yeah.
Suddenly there was a customer there who was like, yeah, I've seen that. And so I heard it from 2 different ways, and I was like, no.
Yeah, you
I'm
just
never
know.
watching this movie.
It's not something you need to watch. It's for someone like myself who is looking for the more extreme, the stuff that you don't talk about, and then you find the wall sometimes, and that's the wall. That movie.
And I'm pretty sure my wall is a lot closer to me than yours is.
Oh, I think
when
it
it
is.
comes to horror. But there's something very morally wrong with that movie. Everybody, just tell them what movie it is so they know what we're talking about.
It's kind of a Holocaust. It's the one that got banned, the one that everyone talks about.
It makes me feel sick just
Just because you
hearing
kill
the
a
name.
couple of animals doesn't make it a horror movie. That's my thoughts on Cannibal Holocaust.
Yuck.
That's the first and only time we'll bring up that movie, hopefully.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, let's just say we have to tell everybody that you own over 250 horror movies.
Yeah, we could say that.
You
I
are
lost count.
You are certainly an aficionado. A buff.
A buff, yes. I do.
Why are you buffing so hard, bro?
Oh.
Why do you like horror so much?
I get asked that a lot, and it's a hard question to answer. There's no one reason, but it's confronting that thing that scares you. It's confronting the thing in the dark, and it's taboo. It's enjoying taboo. I love a good gore movie where you're seeing cheerleaders get chopped up for no reason, because it's not real. That's not how reality works, and it's fun to watch that. And it's one of the few genres that can really grab you, because everyone experiences fear to a degree. There's always that thing that's going to scare you, and if a movie can do that, it's doing the right job. You know what I mean? Like,
We're not here to talk about how horror makes us feel. We're going to
No.
talk about what horror is.
yeah,
Really?
yeah. We're gonna cover some of the gems out there, some of the ones I really enjoy, and hope to share with people who haven't seen these movies.
Yeah.
That
Other film fans as
other
well.
film fans,
People who could just understand this as a film. And in a lot of ways, a way to throw me in the deep end of horror.
yeah.
In a lot of ways.
I'll dip your toe in first, get you used to the water first, and then we'll throw you right in there.
It is kind of terrifying, I must admit. I must admit. But I want you to tell me.
Okay.
I picked a few films from your vault.
I love that
Some
term.
stuff that I don't know. I picked a few things. So I picked something that I should have seen, something that was random to me,
Mm-hmm.
something that could be cool. I don't know.
Okay.
I've heard about it.
Interesting.
Let's start with, why do you like The Town That Dreaded Sun, or why don't you like that?
Oh, sorry, The Town That Dreaded Sundown.
What did I say?
Town That Dreaded Sun.
Okay.
It's a town full of
Actually,
Albanos.
so they're pretty much the opposite. They love the sun. They dread sundown
That's
because
it.
nighttime's coming.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, cool. All right, great.
But no,
anyway, nice.
This is a niche 80s kind of horror movie. This is one that some people will find it a slog, because it's almost filmed in like a documentary style. It's
Okay.
it's a film that's going with like Texas Chainsaw Massacre and others that go off. It's inspired by a true story
All right.
and kind of making it as real as possible, but in such a strange way. It has some really interesting visuals, it's the 50s, but sometimes there's like an English cab thrown in there, and just it's a strange film,
All right. Well,
but good fun.
It came out in 76.
76, see,
I
haven't watched
mean,
in a while.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Very interesting. And it's been It came out on Blu-ray in 2015. So, okay. All right.
There's a remake recently that's supposed to be so very gory and so good,
Okay.
and all
Still
meta.
documentary style kind of thing.
Meta.
Or?
It kind of lives in the same universe as this film. This film
okay.
is like something you can buy in that movie.
Okay.
Mm.
All right. The next thing I'm going to pull out, I probably shouldn't have done that because I'm going to ruin it for you now.
Oh, that's all right.
So the next thing is the movie that probably I should have seen, David Cronenberg's Videodrome. Deborah Harry and James Woods.
What a pair.
What a pair.
When I first picked it up, I didn't think Deborah Harry. Like, I'm thinking, I've never seen her or anything. How can the pair work together? But it just works in the strangest way.
And her band was named after her hair color, blonde. And she's not blonde in this film either. So
No.
that's a bit off-putting to me.
It's like a strawberry brown.
Yes. And it's a strawberry blondie. But that's I mean, that's all I know about it, but I should have probably seen this, hey.
It's not like how everyone has to see The Fly. It's not quite like, because some people will not like it. It is strange.
Okay.
Usual David Cronenberg strange, but it's great.
I'm just reading the synopsis back here, and special makeup effects by 7-time Oscar winner Rick Baker.
Ooh, Rick
Star
Baker.
Wars.
Rick Baker, man. He's everywhere.
So there'll be some damn good special effects in this, at least.
They are
even
outstanding.
if the movie isn't great.
The movie's fantastic.
We will go through Videodrome at some point.
Yeah.
Not anytime soon.
It's hard to explain to someone who hasn't seen. I find it easy just to reference what I'm talking about, but once you've seen some Cronenberg stuff, you'll understand what kind of movie.
Okay, I understand what you're saying.
I could be doing what I usually do when I finally get that scary movie that everyone's talking about.
Yeah, okay.
Get myself freaked out, watch it. Wasn't that bad.
All right, okay.
So,
Okay. Next one, Candyman.
Candyman.
Another big one that I haven't seen.
I do enjoy me Candyman.
That I have heard a lot about. When did this come out?
Oh.
82, it says. What can you tell me about Candyman?
Candyman. Oh, it's based off a Clive Barker story.
Okay.
Novel. It's just really cool. Tony Todd is amazing in it. As Candyman. It's a story of a reporter. I haven't seen it in a while, so I might be getting some things wrong.
Okay.
But a story reporter investigating these slums, these ghettos, for some murders I think have taken place, and there's an urban legend of Candyman. You say his name in the mirror, and a Candyman will appear. And so he's the ghost of from what I understand, a slave who fell in love with the slave master's daughter. He was then killed by the town, had his hand cut off, had an iron hook shoved into his stump, covered in honey, and then was killed by bees. So now he appears as this big looming character in a huge fur coat, with a bloody hook hand, and open ribs with bees flying out. It's good.
Jesus Christ. I
good.
didn't expect that. Okay.
You don't expect that from you see a couple of bees.
Called Candyman. I really didn't. I haven't seen the trailer. If I saw the trailer, I probably might understand it a little bit better. But no, well, sorry, I understand it, but it's still like, yeah, didn't expect that. I thought it might have been like some nice sweet.
No, not at all.
Okay, all right, that's interesting.
It's very
right?
much
I did
like
not expect that.
Very much like a Clive Barker film. It's a bit of a slow burner, but it's always going somewhere. It's always ending up in a big scare. It's good.
Right. Okay, I like the sound of that. I like the sound of that. Last one that I picked is quite new. I guess I also picked it because it's, from what I've heard, a horror comedy kind of thing.
Definitely.
Adam Scott, Toni Collette, Krampus.
Yeah.
What can you tell me about that?
This was great. I had so much fun watching this movie. I'm a huge fan of Michael Dougherty. Trick or Treat it's one of the greatest Halloween movies.
Is this directed by Michael Dougherty? Oh,
Indeed.
yes, it is.
Indeed.
A film by